Be me, Ethan, 29, sitting in conference room C at 7:18 on a Monday morning, while the woman I have spent the last 2 years arguing with places a positive pregnancy test beside my laptop. Natalie Brooks, 28, senior account manager, office enemy, professional pain in my ass, currently standing across the table with both arms folded. I look at the test, then at her, then back at the test. Is this yours? She stares at me. No, Ethan. I found it in the parking lot and thought you'd enjoy the mystery. Okay, of course it's mine. I was buying time. Buy faster. I look at the 2 lines again. Very visible, very committed. I lean back. And you're sure? Natalie reaches into her purse, puts down another test, then another. 3. I look at all of them. You brought evidence. Because I knew you would ask stupid questions. That was a normal question. You asked if the pregnancy test I handed you was mine. I had just arrived. You've been here 4 minutes. Exactly. No warm-up. She pulls out the chair opposite me, sits. Her hair is tied back. Gray blazer, white blouse, coffee beside her. No makeup except whatever women put around their eyes that makes men incapable of identifying what changed while still noticing something changed. Usually Natalie looks prepared enough to run a shareholder meeting with 10 seconds warning. Today she keeps twisting the ring on her right hand. I know that habit. She does it when she's thinking too much. I look at the tests, then her. How late? 11 days. That gets me. Not because 11 is a large number, because dates exist. Dates create math. And math leads directly to one Saturday night 6 weeks earlier. Company retreat. Mountain Hotel. Room 614. The most spectacular collapse of a 2-year workplace rivalry in corporate history. I look at Natalie. She already knows exactly where my brain went. Yeah. The retreat? The retreat. Room 614? Unfortunately, I rub my face. You got pregnant while we were fighting? We stopped fighting. Eventually. Ethan. Right. For once, Natalie Brooks has no comeback ready. Neither do I. Which might be the first thing we've agreed on since 2024. I look toward the glass wall. Office is barely awake. Cleaning staff downstairs. One guy from finance walking toward kitchen. No one knows we're in here. No one knows we've been secretly seeing each other for 6 weeks. Definitely no one knows why. Except maybe Jake. Jake suspects everything. Jake also thinks people are plotting against him when someone else gets the good parking spot, so his suspicions don't count. I look back at Natalie. You okay? She lets out a breath. I don't know. Same. That doesn't help. I can lie. No. Then same. She rubs one temple. I bought the first one yesterday. Sunday? Yes. And? I stared at it for 20 minutes. Reasonable. Then I drove to another pharmacy. Why another? Because the cashier at the first one already saw me. I blink. You changed pharmacies because you were embarrassed buying a second pregnancy test? Yes. You negotiate 7-figure contracts. Different skill set. What happened with number 3? Bought that this morning. So 3 manufacturers? 2. Disappointing methodology. She looks at me. Do you want me to throw one at you? No. Then stop reviewing the sample. I smile. She doesn't. So I stop. There are times Natalie wants the fight. This isn't one. I reach across the table. Put my hand palm up. She looks at it, then at me. Finally places her hand in mine. Cold fingers. Whatever we decide, I say. I'm here. She watches me for a second. You say that very easily. No. No? I say it clearly. Different thing. Her eyes drop to our hands. I continue. I'm scared. Good. I raise an eyebrow. Good? Because if you were sitting there talking about strollers already, I'd leave. I don't know anything about strollers. Exactly. I know they have wheels. She gives me a look. Strong start. 4, usually. Stop helping. I squeeze her hand. She almost smiles. Then she looks at the tests again. I cannot believe this happened because of that stupid retreat. That retreat had good breakfast. Not the takeaway. I'm trying. You're bad at this. You've said worse. Many times. And that is where this story probably needs context. Because 6 weeks earlier, Natalie and I were not supposed to be sleeping together. We weren't supposed to be dating. We weren't even supposed to like each other. We had spent 2 full years building a carefully maintained reputation as the 2 people in the office least likely to voluntarily spend time together. The office believed us, at first. Then everyone started calling us divorced, which was ridiculous. You need to be married before you can be divorced. Natalie and I had never even been on a date. We met during a client planning meeting. I was 27, she was 26. She had transferred from another office and apparently arrived carrying a personal mission to challenge everything I said. My team was presenting a product rollout, timeline on screen. I was explaining phase 2. Natalie interrupted. That timeline won't work. I stopped, looked across the table. She was sitting with a notebook open. Dark brown hair, blue blouse, no expression suggesting she realized she had just interrupted someone 5 minutes into meeting him. I asked, "Which part?" "The approval window. It's included." "No." I clicked forward. Page 14. She flipped through printout, found it, looked. There it was. Client review, 5 business days. She looked at me. I smiled. "Anything else?" She held my eyes. Then, "Your font is ugly." The room went quiet. I looked at screen. Calibri? Exactly. That's a company template. Then company has poor taste. I nodded. Useful feedback. She smiled. Very slightly. I remember thinking, I'm going to hate this woman. I was right, for about 3 weeks. Then hate became something harder to define. Natalie was good at her job. Annoyingly good. Prepared. Fast. She could walk into a client meeting cold, hear 5 minutes of discussion, and identify the one thing everyone else had missed. Which was great when she was on your side. Less great when the thing everyone missed belonged to you. A month after we met, she was presenting sales forecasts. I sat across from her. Slide 8. 12%? She looked at me. What? Conversion assumption. Yes. Optimistic. Only if your team misses delivery. A few people laughed. I leaned back. So the forecast is built around insulting me. I finally found a stable variable. There it was. War. After that, meetings became sport, not yelling. We didn't yell. Worse, we stayed polite. Natalie. Interesting approach. Translation. I think this is stupid. Me. Bold assumption. Translation. You made this up. Natalie. I'm sure engineering can support that. Translation. Ethan, I dare you. Me. We'll make it work. Translation. I hate you. Everyone learned. Jake learned fastest. Jake worked in operations. 31. Married. 2 kids. Acted like The Office was his private television series and the rest of us were characters provided for entertainment. After one meeting, he walked beside me. You 2 should date. I almost stopped walking. No. You'd save everyone time. What time? The 15 minutes you spend pretending every disagreement is about quarterly planning. It is about planning. Natalie called your spreadsheet arrogant. It was color-coded. She was flirting. She insulted Excel formatting. Exactly. I looked at him. Explain that. No. Because you can't. I don't need to. I have eyes. I pointed at him. That phrase means nothing. Natalie passed us carrying coffee. Without stopping, Jake, stop encouraging him. He looked at me. You see? I said, she heard her own name. Jake, you didn't say her name. Natalie stopped, turned around, looked at both of us. I know when you're talking about me, then walked away. Jake slowly smiled. I kept walking. Don't. She knows when you're talking about her. Because you're loud. I was whispering. You don't whisper. He followed. Chemistry. Workplace hostility. Same ingredients. Natalie remembered things about me she had no business remembering. That became problem number 1. I take coffee black. No sugar. 1 splash milk if coffee is terrible. One Tuesday morning I got dragged into a 7:30 meeting. Came out at 8:45. Natalie was walking down the hall. She stopped at my desk, put down coffee, kept walking. I looked at the cup. Black. Tiny milk. No label. I called after her. What's this? She turned. Coffee. I know what coffee is. Then why ask? You bought it. You looked dead. You know my order? She looked annoyed at the question. You order the same thing every day. So you noticed. I have eyes. Jake appeared from nowhere. He looked at the cup, then Natalie, then me. Interesting. Natalie. Go away, Jake. He held up both hands. I'm just observing. I looked at Natalie. Thanks. She nodded. Don't make it a thing. It's already a thing. No. Free coffee is always a thing. Then pay me. How much? She thought. $5. For gas station coffee? Convenience fee. I sent her $5. Memo. Hostile beverage acquisition. She sent it back. Memo. Idiot. I kept screenshot. Problem number 2. I knew things about her too. She hated cherry-flavored anything, liked cinnamon gum, skipped lunch when stressed, took notes by hand even though she carried an iPad everywhere, changed earrings when she needed luck. Gold hoops meant bad meeting. Small silver ones meant normal day. One Thursday, she came into conference room wearing gold hoops. I looked up. Who? She paused. What? Who's ruining your afternoon? She touched one earring without realizing. No one. Gold hoops. Her eyes narrowed. You need hobbies. Client? Yes. Which? Westbridge. I winced. That bad? They changed scope. Again? Third time. I slid protein bar across table. She looked at it. What? You skipped lunch. I ate. When? She didn't answer. Exactly. She took bar. This tastes terrible. You haven't opened it. I know the brand. Eat. Bossy. Hungry people are worse in meetings. You mean me. Specifically. She opened it, took bite, made face, still finished. After meeting, she put wrapper on my notebook. Your food is terrible. You're welcome. Another day, one of senior directors blamed Natalie for a client escalation that wasn't hers. I knew because my team had caused delay. Not intentionally. Supplier issue. Still ours. Director said, account management should have caught this earlier. Natalie sat straight. Before she could answer, I said, they did. Everyone looked. I continued. She flagged it Tuesday. Engineering didn't have confirmation until Friday. Director. So delay came from your side? Yes. Meeting moved on. Afterward, Natalie followed me into hallway. I didn't need you defending me. I wasn't defending you. You corrected him. He was wrong. You hate when I'm right. I hate when you're pleased about it. She crossed arms. You saved my ass. I saved project. Still attached to my ass. That stopped me. She realized what she said. I looked at her. She looked at me. For maybe 2 seconds, nobody moved. Then she said, don't. I didn't say anything. Your face did. What face? That one. Specific. She walked away. I watched. Jake appeared beside me. I jumped. Where did you come from? Conference room. How much did you hear? Enough. I started walking. He followed. Still workplace hostility? Yes. Sure. I had girlfriends during those 2 years. Natalie dated too. We never discussed it much. Except when we did. Once I came into office dressed better than usual. Natalie looked up from her laptop. Interview? No. Funeral? Why would that be second option? Your tie. It's a normal tie. You never wear one. Dinner. She stopped typing. With? I looked at her. A person. What kind? Human. Helpful. I smiled. Date. Oh. That was all. Oh. Then she looked back at screen. Later that night, date was fine. Nice woman. Smart. Funny. Nothing wrong. But when she argued that project managers were basically professional schedulers, my first thought was, Natalie would have destroyed that sentence in under 8 seconds. Not ideal. I didn't ask for second date. Next morning, Natalie walked past. How was dinner? I looked up. You remembered. You wore tie. Fine. Fine? She was nice. Natalie nodded. Good. Then, you're wearing ugly tie again. I looked down. This tie is $80. Refund. She walked away. I smiled like idiot. Jake saw. Of course. You're pathetic. Work. Sure. By year 2, the entire office had accepted our dynamic. If Natalie and I were assigned same project, meetings had better attendance. People claimed coincidence. I knew better. One time, 3 people joined optional status review. I asked, "Why are you here?" Jake, "Cross-functional alignment." Natalie, "Liar." He smiled. She smiled. I looked around. "Are we entertainment?" No one answered. That was answer. Then company announced annual retreat. 2 nights at resort about 3 hours away. Workshops first day. Activities second. Dinner. Drinks. The usual attempt to convince adults that mandatory networking became enjoyable if placed near mountains. I planned to drive myself. Then Jake volunteered my car for carpool. Natalie ended up in passenger seat, Jake in back. I looked at seating arrangement. No. Natalie buckled. What? Nothing. Jake. Road trip. Why are you in back? More legroom for Natalie. I look in mirror. You are 6'2". I sacrifice. Natalie. He wants to watch. I start engine. Watch what? Nothing. We lasted 30 minutes before first argument. Navigation said exit in 2 miles. I knew route. Natalie pointed. Take next. I know. You're not moving over. Plenty time. You always do this. Do what? Wait until last second. I'm changing now. Truck blocked. I stayed lane. Natalie. You missed it. No. Sign passed. Jake leaned forward. You missed it. I look in mirror. Traitor. Natalie smiled. Thank you, Jake. This route is faster. Map says 9 minutes longer. Scenic. You missed exit. Alternate route. Jake. I'd like it formally recorded I support Natalie in divorce. Both of us. We're not married. Jake. Yet. Natalie twisted around. Do you want to walk? Not really. Then stop. I looked at her. You threaten passengers now? Personal growth. Hotel was nice, which I hated admitting because retreat gave Jake confidence. We checked in. Desk clerk handed keys. Mine, 613. Natalie, 614. We looked at each other. I said, no. She said, don't flatter yourself. I'm asking for relocation. Please do. Jake looked at keys, then us. I'll give you both until midnight. Natalie threw hotel key sleeve at him. It bounced off chest. He picked it up. Hostile. Earned. Workshops were boring. Natalie and I ended up same breakout group because universe enjoys patterns. We disagreed twice. Won trivia together. Then disagreed over whether winning trivia counted as collaboration. At dinner, everyone drank. Not a lot. I had 2 beers over 3 hours. Natalie had wine, then switched to water. Around 10, music got louder. People migrated to bar. Jake vanished with group playing pool. I went outside because room was hot. Natalie was already on terrace. Of course. She leaned against railing. I walked up. You following me? She looked over. You came after. Could be reverse psychology. Could be you're annoying. Personal record. She smiled. Mountain air cold. She folded arms. I took off jacket. Held it out. She looked. No. You're cold. I'm fine. You have goosebumps. That is body choosing texture. I laughed. Take it. She did. Put it on. Too big. Sleeves past wrists. I tried not to notice how much I liked that. She noticed me trying not to notice. What? Nothing. You're doing face. Which? The one where you have a thought you won't say. Maybe I'm learning. Dangerous. We stood there for 10 minutes. Then Natalie said, You're less annoying outside office. High praise. Don't make me take it back. You too. She looked. I'm less annoying? Barely. Generous. We laughed. Then went inside. Nothing happened. Yet. Next day included stupid team obstacle course. Natalie and I got placed opposite teams. Best thing that could happen. She cheated. She denies. There was rope puzzle. Her team finished first because she crossed line before facilitator said go. I called it. She said, prove it. Jake said, I saw. She pointed. You're supposed to be neutral. I support justice. I said, yesterday you supported her in divorce. People grow. She won anyway. Spent lunch reminding me. 1 point. Still win. Early start. Excuses. You cheated. Allegation. Observed. By biased witness. Jake supported you. Previously. I wanted to kiss her right there. That thought arrived so clearly I nearly stopped walking. Natalie noticed. What? Nothing. Again. What? That face. I looked away. Lunch. She watched me longer. Didn't push. That evening was final dinner. More relaxed. I sat 3 seats away. Not beside her. Intentional. She noticed. How do I know? Because she switched seats halfway through appetizer. Claimed air conditioner. Ended up next to me. Jake saw. He sent me texts from across table. Jake. Subtle. Me. Die. Jake. Romantic. I put phone away. Natalie leaned closer. Who? Jake. What? Nothing useful. Typical. We talked. Our knees touched under table. Neither moved. Dinner ended around 9. Group went bar. I stayed for 1 drink. Natalie, 2. By 11, she said she was going up. I said same. Elevator ride. Just us. Hotel elevator. I looked at floor display. She looked at me. Don't. What? You're going to make joke. I'm not. You have one ready. Maybe. Save it. 6th floor. Doors open. Hallway quiet. Rooms side by side. We stopped between. I should have said goodnight. She should have gone in. Instead, Natalie said, "You've been avoiding me all day." I looked. What? At dinner. I sat 3 chairs away. Exactly. You noticed. She folded arms. You're impossible. Why? Because you do that. Do what? Push and then pull back. I stared. You're accusing me? Yes. You do exactly the same thing. I do not. Natalie. What? You moved seats. Air conditioner. Lie. Her eyes narrowed. I was cold. You had my jacket last night. Not relevant. You bought me coffee last month. Also not relevant. You know when my meetings end. Shared calendar. You knew I changed watches. It was ugly. You noticed. Silence. There. She looked away. I laughed. Not at her. At us. She snapped back. Why are you laughing? Because we've spent 2 years doing this. Doing what? This. I gestured between us. There is no this. Really? Yes. You know my coffee. So? You know I hate morning meetings. Everyone does. You know my sister's name. You mentioned her. Once. She took breath. You know my coffee. Yes. You know when I skip lunch. Because you get worse. You know which earrings I wear when I'm stressed. She stopped. I did too. That one hadn't been discussed. Her expression changed. You noticed that? Yeah. She looked down. Then, you don't hate me. I stepped a little closer. You're incredibly irritating. Didn't say I wasn't. Arrogant. Sometimes. Competitive. You love that part. Her eyes came up. Don't. I'm right. No. You hate when I agree too quickly. That isn't. You like arguing with me. Because you're wrong constantly. You like when I answer. You make it impossible not to. I'm close now. Maybe 2 feet. She doesn't back away. I say, Natalie? What? You know everyone thinks we're flirting. Everyone is stupid. Maybe. Definitely. Jake started betting. Her eyes widen. He what? Nothing official. I'll kill him. I'll help. She tries not to smile. Fails. Then she looks at me. Long. You are the single most annoying man I've ever met. Personal record. She kissed me. Not gentle. Not uncertain. She grabbed the front of my shirt and kissed me like she'd been irritated about wanting to for 2 years. Which, apparently, she had. I reacted about as poorly as expected. Meaning immediately. Back against hallway wall. Her hands in my hair. Mine at her waist. We broke apart, both breathing hard. She looked at me. I said, "So everyone was stupid?" "Shut up." She kissed me again. Eventually she opened room 614. We went inside. And after 2 years of competing over projects, deadlines, coffee, meetings, parking spaces, and everything else we could turn into a contest, we finally stopped pretending the only thing between us was irritation. We were close that night. No need to turn it into a report. What mattered was both of us knew what we were doing. No alcohol excuse, no confusion, no accident. Just two adults who had delayed one obvious decision for approximately 24 months. Morning was excellent, mostly because Natalie woke first. I felt her move, then stop, opened one eye. She was sitting up, hair everywhere, blanket pulled around her, staring at me. No. Morning. No. You said that. This did not happen. I looked around. Room 614 says otherwise. We're co-workers. Established. We hate each other. That part may require review. She grabbed pillow. Hit me. I laughed. You're enjoying this. Little. Don't. I sit up. Regret it? That stops her. She looks at me. No. Good. You? No. Good. Then, this cannot happen again. I look. She looks. We both know. Sure. Ethan. I agreed. You said it wrong. How do you say sure correctly? Like you mean it. I mean I hear you. She throws pillow again. Breakfast was worse. Jake was already there. Buffet. Coffee. Eggs. He looked at me entering from elevator, then looked behind. Natalie appeared 30 seconds later. Different clothes. Same expression as someone trying too hard to look normal. She sat at far end table. I sat opposite. Jake slowly lowered coffee. Oh my God. I looked at him. What? Nothing. Natalie. Then eat. Jake looked at her. Then me. Then her. You two. Both. Jake. He smiled so wide I wanted to leave. Best retreat ever. Drive home was torture. Jake drove. On purpose. I sat front. Natalie back. He kept checking mirror. Finally Natalie said, if you look at me one more time, I'm taking wheel. I'm checking traffic. Traffic is behind us? Yes. I said, drive. He smiled. Sure. Back at office, Natalie and I agreed it was one-time event. We did this Tuesday morning. Conference room B. She stood at window. I sat. She said, Saturday was fun. She looked. Not word I was going to use. Memorable. Also no. Efficient? Ethan. Sorry. She folded arms. We work together. Yes. We need to keep this from becoming a problem. Agreed. So it doesn't happen again. Okay? She narrowed eyes. What? Nothing. You said okay too easily. What do you want? Resistance. Why? Because... She stopped. I smiled. She pointed. Don't. I haven't said anything. You're doing it. Doing what? Winning. Conversation isn't competition. With you it is. I stand. Walk closer. She doesn't move. Then what's prize? She looks at my mouth. Bad. Or good. Depends. Go to work. I lean slightly. Natalie? Ethan. Tell me to leave. She looks at me. Doesn't. We kiss again. So much for one time. After that, we had secret relationship. Not officially relationship. At first. Our texts were ridiculous. Natalie. Are you coming over? Me. Thought we hated each other. Natalie. We do. Me. Then no. Natalie. I bought Thai. Me. 20 minutes. Natalie. Weak. Me. Hungry. Natalie. Sure. Or. Me. Dinner? Natalie. Busy. Me. Tomorrow? Natalie. Maybe. Me. Your place 7. Natalie. Arrogant. Me. Yes or no? Natalie. 7:30. We kept office rivalry. Maybe worse because now we knew. Meeting. Natalie. Your proposal needs work. Me. You said something different Saturday. Her eyes flash. Jake starts coughing into fist. Natalie. Conference room. After. Me. Looking forward. After meeting, she drags me in. If you ever do that again... What? You know. You turned red. I did not. You are now. Ethan. I grin. She kisses me, then steps back. Still mad. Good. Go away. Dinner? 8. That lasted 6 weeks. Then pregnancy test. Conference room C. Monday. 3 tests. Our first truly serious conversation. I ask, what are we? She looks. That was my question. I know. No jokes. I'm not. She leans back. I don't want you here because of this. She points at tests. I'm here because you texted me at 6:45 and said Conference C. You know what I mean. Yes. If I wasn't pregnant, would you still want this? Yes. You didn't think. Didn't need. Her mouth tightens. That's easy to say now. Natalie. What? I stopped dating anyone else before retreat. Silence. Her expression changes. What? Before. How much before? Couple months? Why? I look. She stares. Take a guess. You're saying because of me? Yes. But nothing had happened. I know. You told Jake you were seeing someone. I lied because he kept trying to set me up. She processes. Then, you idiot. Probably. I stopped dating too. My eyebrows rise. When? After your Thai date. The what? That woman. I smile slowly. You were jealous. No. Natalie. I decided dating was irritating. Because? People were... She stops. People were what? Boring. Compared to me? She glares. Do not enjoy this. I'm trying. You're failing. I lean forward. So if test was negative? She sighs. I'd still be asking you what we're doing. Good. Good? Because I'm tired of pretending this is casual. She looks at me. I continue. I have a charger at your apartment. You forgot it. 3 shirts. You leave things. You bought my cereal. You complained. You gave me key. For emergencies. I used it to feed your cat. That was emergency. You don't have cat. She stares. I smile. Testing. She closes the eyes. Worst possible moment. Sorry. No, you're not. No. Then I ask, what do you want with pregnancy? Her eyes open. There it is. Real question. No workplace. No rivalry. No Jake. Just us. She looks at tests. I think I want to keep it. I nod. She watches me. Say something. I want to keep it too. You're sure? As sure as I can be after 40 minutes. You've had since 6:45. That's not enough time to design human. Don't say design. Fine. She exhales. I'm scared. Me too. What if we're terrible at this? Then we improve. That sounds like project management. It's all I have. She laughs despite herself. Then, what if we hate living together? We already hate working together. Not helping. And yet, she looks. And yet. Doctor confirms. About 6 weeks. Timing points directly to retreat. We sit in the car afterward. Natalie holds paperwork. I start engine. She doesn't move. So? Room 614. Apparently. She covers face. I cannot believe this. I smile. She lowers hands. Are you proud? No. You look proud. I look impressed. Ethan. What? Stop complimenting your fertility. That was not sentence I expected today. She laughs. Then puts forehead on steering wheel. We tell no one. For maybe 3 weeks. Hard because Natalie feels sick mornings. She hides it well. Except Jake. Of course Jake. He comes into break room. I'm opening crackers. Natalie sitting at table drinking water. He looks at crackers. Then her. Then me. Why are you feeding enemy? Natalie. Go away. Jake. You hate crackers. She looks at him. How do you know? You said they taste like cardboard. I say. She's expanding palate. Jake watches. Then his face changes. No. I freeze. Natalie freezes. He points. Wait. I say. Jake. He looks at Natalie. Then me. Counts on fingers. Actually counts. Natalie. Don't. His eyes widen. The retreat? Silence. His mouth opens. No way. I stand. Lower voice. He whispers, somehow louder. Room 614? Natalie jerks toward him. How do you know room? Jake pauses. I was 615. All 3 silent. I stare. He raises hands. I heard nothing. Natalie. Good. Walls were surprisingly thick. I point door. Leave. He starts laughing. Dude. Out. You got Jake. He looks at Natalie, corrects. You two are having baby. Yes. He actually stops joking. Seriously? Natalie nods. His face softens. Wow. Then he hugs me. I wasn't expecting. Then Natalie. She allows 3 seconds. He steps back. Okay. Serious question. No. You don't know question. No. Can I be godfather? No. Come on. No. I helped. How? I predicted relationship. You annoyed us for 2 years. Exactly. Natalie. Leave. He leaves. At doorway, room 614. She throws cracker packet. He escapes. We tell families. My mom reacts exactly as expected. Oh! Then cries. My dad shakes hand, then asks, how long have you two been together? I say, few months. Natalie looks at me. Technically. Dad. And baby? Also few months. Mom hits him. What? I'm doing math. Natalie looks at floor. I say, Dad. He raises hands. No math. Her parents were similar. Her mother had met me once at company holiday party. When Natalie said pregnant, her mom looked at me. Oh, you. I blink. Natalie. Mom. What? You know him? I saw you two arguing about parking. I look at Natalie. She looks away. Her mom continues. I told your father you liked him. Natalie. No. Yes. You met him for 10 minutes. He made you laugh. He was being annoying. Same thing. I smile. Natalie points. Don't. Office reveal happened eventually, because hiding relationship plus pregnancy became pointless. We told HR. No reporting conflict. No issue. Then manager. Then team. We thought everyone would be shocked. We were wrong. Team meeting Friday. Natalie and I stand together. Jake already knows, looking far too happy. I say, Natalie and I wanted to share something before rumors do. Connor from sales. You're dating. I stop. Natalie. How do you know? He shrugs. Everyone knows. Someone else. Finally. Natalie looks around. No. I say, what does everyone know? Jake looks at ceiling. Mia from finance. You two have been flirting for 2 years. Natalie. We have not. Half room laughs. I point. We hated each other. Mia. No, you didn't. Jake. Thank you. Natalie turns. Why are you talking? He mimes zipper. I continue. And we're expecting a baby. That gets actual reaction. Shock. Congratulations. Questions. Then someone says, wait. I look. Jake looks terrified. Connor. When? Natalie answers due month. Connor thinks. Jake whispers, don't do math. Everyone turns. What? Jake. Nothing. Natalie slowly looks at him. You. He backs. I said nothing. Later we discover office betting pool. I wish that sentence wasn't real. Mia tells Natalie accidentally. We should pay Jake now. Natalie freezes. Pay Jake? Mia closes eyes. Too late. Natalie turns toward Jake's desk. He is already standing to leave. Jake! He stops, slowly turns. She crosses arms. What pool? No pool. Mia. There's absolutely pool. Jake closes the eyes. Thank you, Mia. Natalie. Since when? Jake. 18 months. I stare. 18? You two were obvious. Natalie. We were enemies. Jake. You bought him coffee. One time. You remembered his sister's birthday. She sent flowers to office. You changed teams in trivia because he was on other team. To beat him? Yes. He points between us. Exactly. Natalie looks at me. I look at her. I start laughing. She fights it. Loses. How much money? Jake. Enough. Who won? Mia raises hand. Me. Natalie. When did you pick? Christmas party. I look. Why? You spent whole night not standing together while watching each other across room. Natalie covers face. Jake. I have eyes. I point. I hate that phrase. Office enjoyed pregnancy. Too much. People offered advice. Most unwanted. Natalie became very good at saying, thank you, then ignoring. I became snack runner. She had nausea, crackers, ginger candies, fruit. One afternoon she texted from meeting. Natalie. Apple. Me. Green or red? Natalie. Green. Me. How urgent? Natalie. Ethan. I got green apple. Set beside her during meeting without word. Jake watched. After. You're domesticated. She's pregnant. Same. I ignored. By month 4, we decided living separately made no sense. Natalie's apartment was bigger. 2 bedrooms. Better kitchen. Closer daycare options later. I moved in. She made rules. Of course. She bought labels. I saw clear containers in pantry. What happened? Organization. You labeled pasta. Yes. I can see pasta. Then label is working. You labeled rice. Yes. Also visible. She handed me label maker. Would you like one? I held it. What would I label? Your side of closet. Threat? Boundary. I pressed buttons. Printed. Natalie's unnecessary label machine. Stuck on device. She stared. Then printed another. Ethan's wrong opinions. Stuck on my shirt. War resumed. I mocked containers. Then 2 weeks later, Natalie. What? Where's coffee filters? Container labeled coffee filters. I found instantly. Paused. She called from bedroom. Anything you want to say? No. Interesting. I said no. Labels. Coincidence. She laughed. Baby planning turned us into worse versions of ourselves. Crib shopping. We spent 40 minutes comparing. Sales associate regretted approaching. Natalie. This one has drawers underneath. Me. This has better reviews. Reviews mention assembly difficulty. I assemble things. You once built IKEA desk backward. One time. Drawers opened into wall. Room layout issue. It was your room. Sales associate. I can give you 2 a minute. Both. Please. She walked away. Natalie looked at me. We're going to argue in front of our child. Yes. No. We absolutely are. We'll discuss. That's arguing with better branding. She smiled. Maybe. We bought third crib neither had initially picked. Compromise. Then we argued about mattress. Progress. Natalie worried about work more than she admitted. Around 6th month, she came home late. Dropped bag. Sat at counter. I was cooking. She said, "What if I want to go back fast?" I looked. After leave? Yes. Okay. What if people think I don't care about baby? They'll be wrong. What if I don't want to go back fast? Okay. What if I decide and change my mind? Then change it. She watches. You're being annoyingly helpful. I've diversified. I'm serious. So am I. I turn stove lower. You don't have to decide now. I like having plan. I know. What if plan changes? It will. She makes face. You hate plans? I love plans. Then? I work in project management. Every plan changes. She laughs once. I walk over. Whatever you want, we figure it out. What if what I want makes things harder? Then hard. She looks at me. That is terrible sentence. You know what I mean. Unfortunately. Personal record. She smiles, then pulls me closer by shirt. You're still annoying. Good. I was worried pregnancy changed you. Never. We found out baby was a girl. Natalie looked at screen, then at me. Girl. Yeah. You're outnumbered. I've been outnumbered since you moved labels into apartment. Our apartment. See? She smiled. We picked name Ava. Jake suggested Natalie Jr. Rejected. He suggested Ethanina. Rejected aggressively. He suggested Project 614. Natalie nearly removed him from group chat. He apologized, then sent crib emoji. Muted. Pregnancy progressed. Natalie stopped wearing heels. Office noticed. She said, I finally understand why sensible shoes exist. I looked down at flats. Growth. Say anything about my old shoes and you die. Noted. She developed craving for oranges. Not orange juice, actual oranges. I bought bag. She ate 5 in one day. I asked, should I be worried? No. That's a lot of citrus. Baby wants vitamin C. Baby or you? Don't question her. Already teamwork. At 7 months, company had presentation day. Natalie was giving major client review. She was great. Halfway through, Ava kicked hard. Natalie paused. One hand on table. I saw from side. No one else did. She continued. Afterward in hallway. You okay? Your daughter kicked me during revenue slide. My daughter? Very poor timing. She probably disagreed forecast. Natalie stared. I smile. Too soon? Very. Then she laughs. She might be yours. Competitive already. God help us. Around 8 months, one evening we sat nursery floor, surrounded by unopened boxes. Natalie held tiny onesie, looked at it. This is too small. For newborn. No human should be that small. They grow. Still, I took it. Tiny. She leaned back against crib. Then, you ever think we would have figured this out without retreat? Us? Yeah. Eventually. You sure? No. Honest. Maybe one of us would have snapped in meeting. She smiled. Probably me. You kissed first. I hate that you keep score. Historical record. I was provoked. You were standing in hallway. You existed. Strong defense. She laughs, then looks down. I really did hate you at first. I know. You were so handsome? No. Competent? No. Charming? No. Running out. Confident. That sounds compliment. It wasn't. Sure. You walked into meetings like you already knew the answer. Usually did. See? But then? She thinks. Then you started noticing things. What things? When I skipped lunch. Gold hoops. She smiles. That. And you bought coffee. One time. You remembered. She rolls at eyes. You defended me. I corrected wrong statement. You stayed late helping on Westbridge even though your part was done. I wanted project done. You texted after my presentation. You looked nervous. What did you send? I remember. Nice work. Forecast still optimistic. She starts laughing. You couldn't even compliment normally. You liked it. I did. She rests head on my shoulder. Maybe everyone had point. Don't tell Jake. Never. Ava arrived early one morning 3 weeks before due date. Not emergency, just decided schedule was recommendation. Natalie woke me. Ethan. I opened eyes. What? I think this is it. I sat up. Now? No, next month. Right. She gave me look. I got dressed. Hospital bag was ready. Because Natalie. Labels. Checklist. Everything. I grabbed bag. She said, wrong one. I looked. I had gym bag. Testing. Excellent. Correct bag. Car. Hospital. Labor took hours. I don't need to turn that into comedy. Natalie worked harder than anyone I'd ever seen. I stayed beside, did what asked. When she wanted silence, I shut up. When she wanted my hand, I gave it. At one point, she squeezed hard enough to make fingers question career choices. I didn't comment. Smartest decision of my life. Eventually, Ava arrived. Tiny, loud, dark hair. Natalie held her. For once, woman who always had words had none. She looked at Ava, then me. I stood beside bed. She's here. Yeah. Ava made small, angry noise. Natalie laughed through tears. She already sounds annoyed. Yours. She looked at me. Excuse me? I smile. Joint project. That phrase better die today. Agreed. She reached for my hand. I took it. I looked at Ava, then Natalie. Two people I absolutely had not expected in my life 2 years earlier. One of them used to call my fonts ugly. The other couldn't focus eyes yet. Both had me completely. Jake visited next day. Flowers, coffee, tiny stuffed bear. He walked in, saw Ava, stopped joking immediately. Wow. Natalie smiled. Meet Ava. He came closer. She's tiny. That's how babies work, I said. He looked at me. Don't ruin this. Natalie laughed. He held Ava later, looked terrified. She slept. He whispered, I still deserve credit. Natalie, no. He looked. You heard? I know you. Fair. A year later, we were still at same company. Different responsibilities, same rivalry, less secret, more dangerous because everyone knew. Monday morning meeting. I'm presenting rollout. Slide. Natalie sits across. She raises hand. I stop. What? That timeline won't work. Whole room starts smiling. I look at slide. It will. No. Page 14. She flips, finds approval window, looks at me. Same exact expression from first meeting. I smile. Anything else? She looks at screen. Your font is ugly. Room laughs. I lean back. Personal judgment? Very. Jake whispers, nature is healing. Both. Shut up, Jake. After meeting Natalie and I leave together. Ava daycare pickup. She carries bag. I hold coffee. Jake catches up. You know, I deserve some credit. For what? I ask. Relationship. Natalie. You did nothing. I encouraged. You annoyed us. Same result. I press elevator. Jake. I also ran betting pool. Natalie turns. He backs up. Old news. You kept money. I bought Ava birthday gift. With gambling winnings? Community reinvestment. I look at Natalie. She looks at me. Then both laugh. Jake points. See? I brought you together. Go away. He walks. Tell my goddaughter I said hi. Natalie calls. You are not godfather. Still negotiating. Elevator doors close. Natalie leans against wall. I look. Long day? Yes. Food first? Yes. Thai? Maybe. Or pasta? Thai. Done. She looks at me. Still hate you. Professionally? Deeply. Personally? She considers. Unfortunately, you're growing on me. It's been 3 years. I need more data. I point toward phone wallpaper. Ava laughing in high chair. That seems compelling. Natalie smiles. Sample size 1. Harsh. Accurate. I take her hand. She squeezes. And that's basically how I got my office enemy pregnant, which sounds much worse when you say it without context. For 2 years, Natalie and I competed over deadlines, projects, clients, coffee, meeting rooms, presentation slides, parking spaces, forecasts, and things neither of us remembered starting. Everyone thought we were flirting. We thought everyone was stupid. Turns out everyone had eyes. One company retreat finally ended argument. 6 weeks later, Natalie put 3 pregnancy tests beside my laptop and started a completely different one. Now we have Ava. We share apartment. We share daycare pickup. We share a pantry labeled so aggressively I can find rice in dark. Jake still claims he created relationship. Natalie still thinks my fonts are ugly. I still think her forecasts are optimistic. And every Monday morning, I wake up next to a woman who spent 2 years insisting she couldn't stand me. She still insists, usually while drinking coffee I made. Apparently that's what love looks like for us. Personal judgment.
You said my timeline wouldn't work. I said page 14, you found it. Looked me dead in the eyes and said, your font is ugly. Yeah, should've known right then. 2 years across the conference table, turning every word to war. You called my numbers optimistic, I kept coming back for more. Black coffee on a Tuesday, gold hoops on a bad day. You knew every date I went on, then pretended you looked away. Everybody said we're flirting, we said everybody's blind. Funny how the ones denying it were the last ones to find. You knew when I changed my watch, I knew when you skipped lunch. We called it competition, maybe it was just us. Then 6 floors up in a mountain hotel, you said I've been avoiding you. I said you noticed that didn't go well. You said I can't stand you, I said I know. Then you grabbed my shirt and proved us both wrong. Call it personal judgment, call it crossing the line, call it 2 stubborn people running out of places to hide. We spent 2 years saying never, 6 weeks changing our minds. Now there's a little girl sleeping with your attitude in my eyes. You can tell me that you hate me, baby, say it all you want. If this is what losing looks like, I'm glad I lost. Personal judgment, yeah. Personal judgment. Monday morning conference C, 7:18, 3 little lines. You put the evidence beside at me like you come prepared to fight. I said, are those yours? Bad opening, you said, buy time faster. Fair enough. Then room 6114 came rushing back. Every kiss, every stupid fight. One retreat, we swarm and nothing had just rewritten both our lives. You twisted that ring on your finger, I reached across for your hand. You said, tell me what you're thinking. I said, I'm scared, but I'm not going anywhere. You said, what if we're terrible? I said, then we'll learn. You said, what if the plan changes? Then let it turn. You looked at me like somehow I finally got one answer right. And for once, neither one of us needed to win the fight. Call it personal judgment, call it crossing the line, call it two stubborn people running out of places to hide. We spent 2 years saying never, 6 weeks changing our minds. Now there's a little girl sleeping with your attitude in my eyes. You can tell me that you hate me while you're wearing my old shirt. If this is what losing looks like, let it hurt. Personal judgment, personal judgment. Now your label's on the pantry. Apparently rice needs a name. I marked every clear container till I couldn't find a thing. You yelled from down the hallway, check the label, genius. I found it in 2 seconds, never speaking of this. You still destroy my forecast, I still question every plan. You still have my coffee while claiming I'm a difficult man. Jake still wants his credit for a love he didn't start. He had the betting pool, but baby, we did the hard part. The neighbor came early, and suddenly there wasn't anything left to prove. You held her against your chest, and I looked at both of you. All those fights, every time I watch you leave, every date that didn't feel right, every I hate you, every don't, every time we almost said it and didn't let me hear to your hand in mine. The tiny fingers in a life neither of us planned. Maybe everybody saw it, maybe we were last to know. Maybe love doesn't always enter quietly. Sometimes it argues across the table for 2 years before it comes home. Call it personal judgment, call it terrible timing, call it every little argument that was love in bad disguise. And we spent 2 years saying never, now forever sounds alright. There's a picture of our daughter on the phone beside your side, and you still say that you hate me when I kissed you before. But you drink the coffee I make you, so I know what that word's worth. Call me arrogant, call me difficult, tell me my whole damn plan is wrong. If every fight still ends beside you, I keep fighting all night long. Personal judgment, that's what you call it. Personal judgment, that's what I want. Yeah. You were never my enemy. We were just too proud to say that every time we pushed away, we found another reason to stay. You were never my enemy. Baby, look at us now. 3 little lines, 1 little girl, and somehow we figured it out. Monday morning, conference room. You look across the table, same eyes, same smile. That timeline won't work. I say, page 14. You check it, look back at me. Your font is ugly. I smile. Professional opinion. You take my coffee. Personal judgment.